Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to go through Voegwoorde, but Voegwoorde for grade 10, 11 and 12. So this is not a normal basic video with the basic rules. I have done that. I have a video, there it is, where I go through the basic rules of group 1, 2 and 3. So when you're watching this, I assume that you've watched that and you know the rules. Okay. However, when you are grade 10, definitely grade 11, and definitely grade 12, they are not going to ask you the basic normal ones in exam. You are older now. They are going to make it more trickier and test you and make it more difficult. And we are now going to look at what they can ask you. And then obviously what you need to do. I had to put this in here. This is actually from a past paper. And this is actually a normal one. Okay. So they give us two sentences. And then they tell us to combine them with daarom. Now, daarom is groep 2. It is all the D words. And then you just need to know what to do. Okay. What happens with groep 2 words? The verb goes after the voegwoord. Okay. So, what will the answer be? Vakansiegangers hou van Durban, daarom gaan. Because our verb goes after the voegwoord. Gaan hulle elke jaar daarheen. Okay. Nothing difficult. So they can actually ask it like this because they did in this paper. So yeah, I just had to put this in here. Okay. Another one is, die juffrou gaan haal ons boeke, ons kan huiswerk doen. And then they want you to combine these two sentences with sodat. Okay. Sodat is groep 3. Okay. Sodat, nadat, omdat, en dat all groep 3. And what happens in groep 3? The verb of the second sentence, verb 1, moves to the end of the sentence. Okay. So why is it in this video? It's quite basic. However, I need you to take note that there's already a verb over here. And we need to know that kan is a whole werkwoord. And when it moves to the end of the sentence, it is going to stand in front of the other verb. In front of the other verb too. Okay. So it will look like this. Die juffrou gaan haal ons boeke sodat ons huiswerk kan doen. Okay. Easy peasy, but just remember that. Now, this one, they like to ask. Okay. Shafiq is versadig, want hy het 'n groot ontbyt geëet. So, there we already have a sentence combined with a voegwoord. No? Van. However, they want you to swap it. And to put omdat. Shafiq is versadig omdat. Okay. So, want is groep 1. Okay. So that is nice. Groep 1 means you just put in the voegwoord and the word order does not change. However, omdat is groep 3. So the word order is going to change. So the first thing that we do is, want is going to fall away. We do not need it anymore. We've got a new voegwoord. Omdat. Okay. What happens in groep 3? The verb goes to the end of the sentence. Okay. Easy peasy. Let's have a look. Shafiq is versadig omdat hy 'n groot ontbyt geëet het. Okay, there we have het at the end. Okay, so please note, here, the whole werkwoord stood in front of the verb. However, het is a superverb. Okay, so it will stand after the verb. Okay, after the verb too. Het and is, they are superverbs. They will go after the verb too. Okay, remember that. Okay, next one. Die onderwyser praat met die student, want hy verstaan nie wiskunde nie. Okay, again, already combined with want. However, oh, shame, poor want. They want us to swap it. Die onderwyser praat met die student aangesien. They want us to use aangesien. Okay, there's actually nothing difficult about aangesien. We just don't use it or, yeah, ask it too much for the lower grades. I actually don't think I've even mentioned it in the other video. But aangesien is groep 3. So we just need to know what happens in group 3. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, poor want, we're going to take it away. And then we're just going to follow the group 3 rules. Okay. What is that again? Our verb, in this case it is verstaan, will go to the end of the sentence. Okay. Easy peasy. However, remember I said this is especially for the higher grades. They are testing something else in the sentence. Okay. There we have a nie. See, want hy verstaan nie, wiskunde nie. It's a negative sentence with the 2 nies. Okay. So our verb, when it moves to the end, it cannot move past that negative nie. That nie is the only thing that can stand at the very end. Okay, so it will just move in up to in front of it. Let's have a look. Die onderwyser praat met die student aangesien hy nie wiskunde verstaan nie. Verstaan and then the nie after it. Okay. Die tieners is baie opgewonde omdat Sanelle hulle strand toe geneem het. However, ooh, I feel so happy for Van. It's his time to shine. They want us to swap that with Van. Die tieners is baie opgewonde want. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is omdat is going to follow by. Oh, I'm so happy for want. Okay, so want is group 1. Okay, what does that mean? It means the word order does not change. However, omdat is group 3, so the word order definitely changed. Okay, and how did it change? The verb that was here moved to the end. There it is. So now, because want is group 1, we have to move it back. So I'm going to take this one back from the back and put it back in its normal place. Let's have a look. Die tieners is baie opgewonde want Sanelle het back to its place. Hulle strand toe geneem. Okay, so that can also happen. They can ask it like that as well. Next one. Die gesin vergader in die sitkamer want hulle bespreek belangrike sake. But now they want us to start with aangesien. So, first thing that we know is want is going to fall away because we have a new voegwoord. Okay. However, whenever we start with a voegwoord, the word order is like this. Okay, for any voegwoord except for all, but I discussed that in another video. Okay, and the order is we're going to start with aangesien. Okay, and then the first sentence that we're going to use, verb 1 of that sentence will be at the end of that sentence, and then a comma, and then verb 1 of the other sentence immediately after that, and then the rest. So it's easy to remember. In the middle, they will be holding hands. So verb 1 will be at the end of the first sentence, verb 1 of the second one, after that, meaning, so verb 1 last, verb 1 here first. Okay, now we have to figure out what sentence we're going to use first. So let's read it. Die gesin vergader in die sitkamer, so they gather in the living room, want, because, hulle bespreek belangrike sake. Okay, because. Now, aangesien means since. So since they are doing this, they are doing this. So, we give want so much grief, but actually it indicates so easily what they are doing, what sentence happens first. Okay, so we're going to use this one first. So, since they are discussing important matters, this is where they are gathering. Okay, so what are we going to do? Verb 1 of the first sentence we're going to use, which is this one, will go here. And what is that? Bespreek. Bespreek will go here. And then verb 1 of the second sentence, which is this one, will go here. And what is that? Vergader. Okay, let's see. Aangesien, and then we go here. Let me just fill it in. Hulle, belangrike sake, bespreek. Then the next verb. Vergader, and then we just fill in the rest. Die gesin in die sitkamer. Okay, easy. Our verb falls away, but like all the others. And then remember the format. And the format is very easy. Next one. Die seuns leer al die duikreëls. Hulle kan die oseaan verken. And now they want us to start with nadat. So two things are happening here. Number 1, they want us to start with a voegwoord. But also nadat means after. And this means we are making the sentence now in the past tense. Okay. So actually, there's actually 2 ways of doing it. So number 1 is you can either make both sentences past tense or just the first one that you are using. And then the other one, it stays like this. I would recommend doing this. Okay, only changing the first one. Otherwise, there's more room for error. Okay, don't do too much. Okay, so let's see what sentence we are using first. What happens first? Die seuns leer al die duikreëls. They are learning all the rules. Hulle kan die oceaan verken, so they can go into the ocean. So what do they need to do first? Learn the rules, then go into the ocean. So we are doing this sentence first. So we are going to make this sentence past tense. Okay, so let's do that first. Die seuns leer al die duikreëls. Die seuns het, okay, because it's past tense, Now see, we have a new verb 1. So it can't sit on this one's lap. We're going to kick this one to the end with a ge, which is past tense. Die seuns het al die duikreëls geleer. Yeah, that's it. So this sentence is done. This sentence is done. And this one is also, we're going to keep it like this. Okay, so now we have that. Now remember the format. Okay, we have our voegwoord nadat sentence. Verb 1 of the first sentence will go here at the end. And then verb 1 of the second sentence will go after that, first. So let's see. What is verb 1 of the sentence? It is het. What does that mean? Het is going to go last, at the end. Remember, het is a superverb, so it's going to stand after geleer. And then verb 1 of the other one, what is that? Kan. Kan will go in there. Let's see it. Nadat die seuns al die duikreëls geleer het, there we have het, move to the end. And then we have to start with verb 1. Kan hulle die oceaan verken? Okay, guys, easy peasy. I hope that this helped you. If you struggle or still struggle a bit, please go back to my other video, recap the normal rules, and then come back to this. Look at the questions that you might have to do. Stop, watch the video again, see what you need to do, and then go and do it. Good luck.